I will start with this Shanti mantra from the Medha Suktam today.
Okay.
Om Yaschandasam Vrishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyodhyat Sambabhuva Samendro Medhaya Sprunotu Amritasya Devadharano Bhuyasam शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमा
Madhumattam
कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मण कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Many namaskar, Shri Keshav Rao. So last time we had looked at the mental framework for Arjuna. So this today we can continue with maybe the Tattva Jnana from Adhyay second. So I would request you to please start the discourse.
Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Abhramam Bangarayitam Ajadam Vimalam Sada Anandatirthamatllam Bhajetapatrayabham Pujya Raghavendraya Siddharmrataya Cha Bhadatam Kalpurukshaya Namdham Kamadhenave Apadmaliparentam Gurunamaktin Hade Tena Vignaha Prashyanti Siddhin Samanorathaha. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. So we looked at the Arjuna's mentality. Before we enter Tattva, why was that thing triggered? How Krishna triggered the and as we mentioned earlier, Krishna uttered in the first adhyaya only one sentence he says. So he says, Vacha Partha Pashyetan Samavetan Kuruniti. Is part of the, not even separate, even not even Adhapada, is less than even Adhapada. All Krishna says is Partha Pashya Etan Samavetan Kurun. O Partha, see at these all assembled Kurus. But what did Krishna do actually? He didn't take them in front of Duryodhana and other Kauravas. When Arjuna asked Ratham Stapayame Senirabhir Madhya Ratham Stapayame Chita, he did Bhishma Drona Pramukataha Sarvesham Cha Mahikshitam in front of Bhishma and Drona. And he says Pashya Etan Kurun. So that's why he says Tatra Pashyastan Pata Pitruna. So that's how, because he saw all the dear ones in front of his eyes, that's the reason why Arjuna went. And actually, there was one question, Arjuna told all those so many reasons he gave, why the battlefield should not be brought and all that. Whether they are applicable or not, that thing we'll talk about it when actually we enter the Tattva Bodha itself. In second adhyaya, what happens? Paramatma starts responding to Arjuna. That's what. So how we say like Manasika Shastra, like a psychology. Even Bhagavad Gita, a lot of psychological aspects. We saw Duryodhana's mentality, Dhritarashtra's mentality, Duryodhana, Arjuna mentality, and all that. And how Paramatma, like a person who gives a psychiatric treatment to a patient, like that. Of course, these are not psychiatric patients, but how he influences the minds. So Sanjaya says, like tam tatha krupaya vishtam ashupurna kulekshanam vishidantam idam vakyam uvasa madhusudana. That's how the second adhyaya starts. Arjuna was overcome not by the fear of war. He is such a great warrior. He has absolutely no fear of war at all. So the thing that happened to him is not fear. That's why that is emphasized here. Krupaya avishtam. He is overcome by krupa. Krupa means compassion. Karuna, Karpanya dosha, extreme compassion for his people. That's what possessed him. So he was possessed by the depression that affected Arjuna. It has its root cause in the krupa, in the compassion. Compassion is the root cause of the depression caused to Arjuna. So avishtam ashrupurna akulekshanam. That's why if he's feared, the face will be lit with fear. No, I mean, it will be affected with the fear feelings. But no, Ashrupurna Kulekshanam, the tears were rolling down his eyes. oh my God, my people are going to die. That's why Vishidantam idam vakyam uvacha Madhusudan. Extreme Vishada, Vishidantam, extremely depressed. The Vishidanta is actually Vishada or the depression, mood of depression caused. That is the Vishidantam, means one who is affected by the depression, highly depressed. Vishidantam. Idam Vakyam. One who is highly depressed is Vishidanta. So to him, Paramatma uttered the words, look how he is starting. Oh Arjuna, Arjuna, what you are, he didn't say. First he said, hey, your logic is not right, or all that he comes later. First, the shock treatment, like people have some kind of a big problem. People give a shock treatment. Suddenly, hey, bring him out of that mood and then start giving instructions. So before Krishna starts giving the instructions, he does a shock treatment. What is the shock treatment? Arjuna is a bold person, is a great warrior, much, chivalrous, brave warrior. So for him, this will pinch him a lot. He says, Kutastva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samupastitam Anaryajustam Aswargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna Kalaibyam Asmagama Partha Naitatva Ivapadyate Kshudram Hudayadurbalyam Tyaktotishta Parantapa. These two slokas that Krishna tells Arjuna, he is completely chastising Arjuna. He is saying, hey Arjuna, what are you doing? And he chastising Arjuna to the core. He says, Kashmala, the words that he used, where from this Kashmala came to. Kashmala means basically a kind of a impurity, mental impurity. So, it's kind of a moodhatva, murkhatana, buddhimandya they call, like completely you are like acting as if you are a brain dead person, something like that. So this kind of a kashmala, this kind of a mental brainless act, how are you able to do that? How are you doing? Why are you doing that? Where from this came? Kutastva kashmalam idam vishame, and that too idam vishame samupastitam. When this situation has come, the paristiti, the situation is a battlefield. Sitting at a home, you have the Kashmala, different story. We can have leisurely chat, leisurely I can answer your questions. But here I want to answer them fast. I want to answer them quickly. So first I want to remove all your mental obstructions. So that's why it says, Vishame Samupasitam, when we are situated in this kind of a situation, you are behaving like that. What is your behavior? Anarya Justam, Aswargyam, Akirtikaram, the adjectives used. Hey, this is Anarya means Sajjanas don't take this path. This Arya means Ara Jnana, people who have good knowledge, knowledgeable people, knowledgeable, well-behaved people won't act like that. Your act is opposite of Aryas. Arya, respectable people. You are doing an irrespectable or irreverent or something that is takes down one's respect, takes away the respect. That kind of a act you are doing. You are doing an act that affects respectability. That's what you're doing. And aswargyam, this does not take you onto a swarga. This is not a swarga praptikara. This doesn't take a heavenly path. This is not a heavenly path. And akirtikaram, this is a bad name, bad fame. You will be affected with a bad name. Hey, look, Arjuna, how he acted. People will make fun of you. It's very bad. Akirtikaram. Your entire fame will go away. And Klybium masmagama path. Klybium means napumsakatva. Basically, like a neuter. You're acting like a neuter. Napumsaka. He didn't even say you're acting like a timid person. He didn't use the word timid. Of course, Klybium is also timid, equivalent word, but a powerful word. Instead of saying, hey, you're acting timid, you're having timidity. Instead of using timidity, using a neuter. You are like a napumsak. You're acting like a napumsak. Klybium asmagama partha. Naitat, and at the same time, he wants a little bit give a small lift, like completely pressing down is also not good. So a little bit. He says, "Hey Partha, nai etat tvai upapadyate." This doesn't befit. You're a great personality. This doesn't befit you. You should not act like that. You're acting like that as if someone else is acting like that. You not. You. I don't expect. I never expected this from you. This doesn't befit you. Kshudram Hudaya Daurbalyam. Hudaya Daurbalya is Kshudra, very bad. Very, very, very bad. Absolutely disastrous. Kshudra means Atyanta Nicha. Kshudra is very base, mean, horrible. So, Hudaya Daurbalyam, you are having Hudaya Daurbalya. You know, your heart is weak. The heart means not the physical heart, but the feeling filled heart, the figurative heart. Your heart is filled with daurbalya means weakness. The heart can get weakness by many things. It can get weakness if somebody is afraid. Suppose it has a fear of war, the heart can get that weakness also. Or a person is very angry, the heart is weak. I mean, we're talking about the figurative heart. A person is very depressed, the heart is weak. Your weakness of heart is because of your depressed mood. So this Hudaya Daurbalya is very bad. This weakness of the heart, Tyaktva Uttishta Paranta. Hey Arjuna, get up, come on, get up. And you are a Parantapa. That means you are a destroyer of the enemies. So become a destroyer of the enemies. Behave like that. Don't behave like this. And get up and get ready for the war. This is what Krishna says. He is not even making any logical analysis of Arjuna's statements. First, he said this. Hey, come on, what is happening to you? Come on. So, it is a shock treatment Krishna gave to Arjuna. And then Arjuna again continues his feeling, and then he says, hey, the reason for my depression, this is my reason for depression. So, Arjuna, we didn't see after all the arguments that Arjuna made in the first chapter, we said that he was overcome by depression. We never saw actually all the arguments put forth by Arjuna in the first chapter. And here we'll see briefly some of the arguments he puts forth, because to understand in the first chapter, because we skip the whole argument of Arjuna, at least in this, a little bit of his arguments, in what direction he's going. To see that he says, hey Krishna, I cannot kill Bhishma and Drona. So there is no question of my sending arrows on them. I can't do that. They are pujarhas, not vadharhas. They are not fit to be killed. They are fit to be worshipped. How can I send arrows on those people who are fit to be worshipped? They are not fit to be killed. So then he says, it starts, I won't, read sloka by sloka, but a quintessence of that is, I would rather take bhiksha, begging bowl, and go for begging rather than kill these people, my own blood relatives, my own dear people. Adrona is not blood relative, but is a teacher, my own teacher, my blood relatives, all these people, and killing them and obtaining the kingdom. The food that I eat after I get the kingdom, killing all these people, that food is a blood soaken food. It's a blood soaken food. I don't want that blood soaken food. So tell me, what should I do? Then he surrenders to Krishna. Says, I don't know whether I get killed or what, Jaya comes or victory comes, what happens? And Dhatarashtra's are standing. Of course, they are the root cause of all this whole thing. The Kauravas, the very bad people. But Arjuna accepts Karpanya dosha upahata swabhavaha puchami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yat shreyasyat nishchitam bruhi tat me sishyaha te aham shadi mam tvam prapannam. Total surrender. He says, I am affected by Karpanya dosha. What is this Karpanya dosha? Karpanya dosha is nothing but the excessive compassion which makes one forget what is right and what is wrong. Of course, it is good to have compassion. Good compassion is a good quality. But anything anything excess is too bad, too much is too bad. That's what we say, right? Too much of anything is bad. So this karpanya becomes a dosha if it makes you forget your duties. If it puts you in a wrong direction, then it is a dosha. Otherwise, it might have been a guna, but karpanya do krupa guna is good. Karpanya dosha is bad. What is karpanya dosha? This is what I'm mental depression caused by excessive compassion. I am affected by that. Upahata swabhavaha. That means Arjuna is accepting this is not my natural behavior. I agree what you are saying, Klaibya, all that napumsakatva. That's my natural behavior. That's not at all my natural behavior. My natural behavior is courage, fighting, all that, yes. But my swabhava is affected by this karpanya dosha. So that's why I'm asking you, tell me what should I do? I am your Sishya, you are my Guru. I have surrendered to your feet. Tell me what to do. And he says, I am not able to find what is right, what is wrong. The shoka, the depression is penetrating every inch, every atom, every iota of my body. And what good is that? No, forget about the Guru Rajya. Even for the sake of 3 lokas, Adhipatya, I don't want to fight this war. No, it's a kind of ironical situation in the sense Arjuna is Indravatara. Indra is Trilokyadipati anyway. So he's saying, even if Trilokadipatya is going to come to me, I don't want this war. I don't want this. This is what he says. And then afterwards, this starts, Eva Muktva Husikesham Gudakesha Parantapha Nayoseti Govinda Muktva Tushmim. I am not going to fight. Tamuvacha Hrishikesha Prasanya. So Krishna just smiles at him. And then he starts his instructions. And sloka number 11, from there, Shri Krishna's instruction to Arjuna starts. So here I will pause it so that we will continue this from the next session. Hare Srinivasa.
Dhanyavad Sri Keshavra.
Yeah.
If anybody has any questions, they can ask. If not, then we'll close the class and then we'll do a poll to see what is more convenient time. When I started a poll in the WhatsApp group, it seems like several people have said they would prefer a different time. So we'll work through that and we'll see. Yes, Jai Shri ji.
Yeah, namaskara.
Namaskara.
I had one question.
Yeah.
If nobody else has like youth. This karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha. That can you explain the difference between that swabhava and karpanya dosha?
Yeah. Swabhava is inherent nature. What it is what is the inherent nature of Arjuna? The inherent nature of Arjuna is he's brave soldier, he's a brave yodha, he's a Atiratha. He even fought against the entire Kaurava army in the Virata Yuddha. He's such a powerful warrior. He is not afraid of anything. He's fearless personality. He never, his hands do not shake when he's going for the war. He defeated Drupada, he defeated even the Gandharva Raja, Chitraratha and all. That is his swabhava is boldness, courage, standing firm in the battlefield, not getting shaken up. All this is his swabhava. And upahata is affected, is killed, it is destroyed, it is affected, is seriously affected. What has affected the swabhava? So upahata is like a passive voice. The swabhava that is affected by the karpanya dosha. Karpanya dosha upahata swabhava means the swabhava that is affected by the karpanya dosha. What is karpanya dosha? Karpanya dosha is, the root word is krupa. Krupa is compassion. Krupa is nothing wrong. Compassion is good. But this krupanatva, krupa and krupana, there is a subtle difference, or rather a big difference. I mean, shabdataha small difference, arthataha very, very different. Krupa is a positive, krupana is negative. Krupana means showing compassion in where it should not be shown, where krupa should not be there, they're showing the krupa. That is krupana. Krupanatva. Basically, another meaning for krupana is like miserliness. Don't want to spend. Here, not miserliness, but you don't want to do some act, basically miserliness in the effort. You don't want to put the effort because you are affected by the excess compassion where it should not be shown. So the krupanatva, karpanya. So the karpanya is excessive compassion which will eat away your mind and prevent you from thinking straight and puts you on the wrong track is the karpanya dosha. The flaw of some mental depression caused by excessive compassion in a wrong place, excessive compassion towards a wrong thing, which makes you forget your duties. That's what is Karpanya dosha. So, Karpanya dosha pahata swabhavaha is the inherent nature that is seriously affected by the excessive compassion that ate up his mind and that made him, that prevented him from thinking straight and that caused him depression and put him in the wrong track. That is what is Karpanya dosha is.
So similar to what Dhritarashtra does to Duryodhana. Can we
No,
put it that
no.
way?
No, Dhritarashtra's problem is totally different. He is what is his excessive attachment to his children. He for him is not Karpanya dosha because Karpanya dosha means ayo he's going to get killed. That kind of a worry. Dhritarashtra is my son, he should be the top. He should be everything. He is prepared to kill all the Pandavas. He is prepared to see the Pandavas get killed. He is fine with the Pandavas get all destroyed. His dosha is excessive attachment. Here, excessive compassion. Dhritarashtra's problem is excessive attachment. He is overly attached to his children. That is his problem.
Mm. Okay, got cleared, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
धन्यवाद.
So, yeah.
So many sastang namaskar Shri Keshav. We will do the prayers and we'll close the class.
Yeah.
Om asto ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityo ma mritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Shubhratri.
See you on Friday.
धन्यवाद. शुभरात्रि.
धन्यवाद.
ಶುಭರಾತ್ರಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.